What's your opinion on telling the truth when it comes to compensation? Because ultimately, I mean, that's why that person's applying for the job, right? They want to get paid, especially if they're a salesperson. In sharing the truth about compensation, do you do that early in the process? Do you put it in the job description? Do you put it in that first conversation? Where do you recommend people, or do you save it till the end and then we negotiate? What's
Yeah,
your
and then
opinion
we
on
just like slam them at the end with a low ball offer, right?
that?
No, so there's pay transparency laws out there today. So I encourage everyone to look up if you're how your state falls in the legality of that. But I encourage all of my clients to, if I'm allowed, I put it in the job ad. So if they're telling me I'm not allowed to do that and I confirm that it's not a pay transparency state, so legally that's okay, then it's in the first conversation. Hard stop. So I do not leave the first conversation without figuring out what that person's desired compensation is. Now, let me reiterate that. Does their desired compensation, this is not, so tell me, what did you make at your last job? No,
Hmm.
we can't ask that question, right? Again, so we want to protect ourselves and protect them. They might be getting severely underpaid. I have met many people that were, when they told me, when they did disclose that what they were making, I was like, I wait, what? Like, are you serious? Okay. So you've got some people that are underpaid and there's multitude of reasons there. But yeah, first conversation, hard stop. And then it continues throughout the process. So the further we get in the interview process and the hiring process, every time I debrief with that candidate after they've had a conversation with the hiring team, I ask them, are we still aligned on compensation? I get them to say the number again where they want to be. And I don't deal in large ranges because if you tell me, oh, I'll somewhere between 95 and 130. Okay, well, you just heard 130. My
Hmm.
client just heard 95. So we can't play in that gray area.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. What would I know this webinar is for sales leaders, but what would you advise somebody as a candidate when somebody asks them that question? Because I know you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, right? You want the job or you think you might want the job and you might take 120, but you'd really like, of course, more than that, 130 or something. When someone asks you, what did you make at your last job? What should you say?
I mean, I just let them know that's a hard one because they might not want to say, you're not allowed to ask me this. They also might not know that that is illegal in many cases for them to be asked that question. So honestly, a lot of candidates are probably just going to answer it, which is why when I coach them, I do coach them to let someone know instead of saying, oh, I was making XYZ, just answer that question by letting someone know what you would like to make in your next position.
Should they give them a range or a specific number?
I'm okay with a small range. I am okay if someone lets me know, like, hey, I'm looking to make somewhere between 100 and 110. And then I can confirm if the position is even paying that. But again,
Mhm.
it all comes back to telling the truth on the candidate side as well. Because if money is your motivator, I've been in positions, let's say, where I needed a certain amount, but I didn't need a ton more than that, or other things were outweighing that. So maybe I could take a lower base because I was okay that they had free healthcare, right, for my family and myself, or there were other perks that really made it attractive to me. So again, that comes down to either the recruiter or the hiring manager asking the right questions to the candidate to uncover those motivators.